Good afternoon, it's Friday feeling again, and we've got another wee cracker of a show for you. I'm so excited, and I'm genuinely excited. I know a lot of broadcasts say make sure you're excited for this entry, but I'm dead excited. I've met this girl over like 2 years ago. I can't even remember, I think it was a charity gig, and she was there with the wonderful What's Your Face, and I was in awe, and I'm thinking this is my first big show, I know what am I going to do. So this is where I met this wonderful person. She's also an actress, she's also a gem, she's also been in my inbox calming down stressful moments. She's a fabulous person, she's talented, she's funny, she's amazing, she's almost a wee bit more madder than me, maybe in some cases, but I would like you to welcome to the show, Sarah McCarthy.
Hi, doll.
How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How's yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I've had my moments. I did have my big rant yesterday about Nicola keeping us grounded for another 3 weeks, and I know she's right. And see, the problem was I actually then dreamt that Nicola came in my dream and kicked my arse for a 2 metre distance. It wasn't I got an offer kicking.
I'd quite like to dream about Nicola. That's a good dream.
I know, it's a good dream. I mean, it's a brilliant dream. I mean, I totally support her. I've always got to say at the end of my comedy sketches, Nicola, I'm honestly doing what I'm told. I'm in the house. I'm just having a laugh. You're cracking the whip. I'm making them laugh. It's a duo here. Don't come and tell me I'm grounded anymore. How you doing, Tricia? So I just think you should let the fans know, if who don't already know who you are, a wee bit about yourself and how you're dealing with lockdown.
Well, hello and good afternoon, everybody on the show. How am I dealing with lockdown? Well, I think I'm maybe as sane as I was before it started, which is questionable, to be frank. I'm 41, 42 next week. I live myself. I'm single, and I'm happy about that. That's not a get the violins out, poor Sarah. It's a good thing in my life to do that. But what happens when you're in lockdown is you can't hug anybody, you can't see your pals, you can't see your family, and I'm quite a physical, kind of tactile person. Don't know about you. I see people, when I meet them for the first time and I'm like, hi, how are you? Nice, but at the moment I'm sort of walking around my flat going,
help, somebody give me, do you not find yourself in the queues at the various supermarkets just talking to people, absolute rubbish, just for the sake of talking to someone? It's like you're meeting a long lost person.
It definitely is. And what I've noticed as well is that every day I go out a walk and I've noticed that all the dog walkers and everybody just walking around, everyone's saying hello, everyone's saying how are you. There's a real community spirit actually, which is keeping me going. And one of my the other week, what if you tried hugging a tree? I said, no. Why would I have tried hugging a tree? And skip to literally about an hour and a half later, I was in Alexandra Park like that. I love you so much. I love you so much. And
I know. I always go on your page sometimes because you know yourself when you do an entertainment thing, you entertain people, but there's people in the entertainment business you go to lift yourself up. And I just clicked on it and I'm like, she's in a tree with her onesie on. What the going on? Do you know what I mean? I read it and I thought, this is brilliant. Do you know what I mean? So tell them more about that. What was the motivation behind that?
Well, basically, because I am an actor, sometimes you have to conduct yourself with professionalism, but I would have to say in the lockdown, I'm going, hi, this is the real me. This is what I look like. This is what I'm doing. And I've been sharing daft stories. I've been sharing real daft stories that have been happening in my life during the lockdown period, be it that I answered my door wearing empowerment pants to my neighbour when he was dropping off a curry to me. Where is
the empowerment pants? Are they present today?
Well, I sometimes wear them if I feel a bit nervous, so...
Yes!
Just saying.
That was the second gig we were in, and remember it was the addiction one, and it was in Glasgow, and I came straight from Belfast from a gig to just do a spot there, and I just remember leaving at the tail end. I'm like, Sarah, I'm so sorry, I'm so shattered, I'll try and get to see. And I just before I left, I just seen you getting right into it and you're up there like that. with his fat man. Oh God, I don't want to go home.
They give me a bit of comfort and they give me a bit of empowerment. So I wear them when I feel nervous. So the tiger onesie thing was Elaine Livingston, who's a wonderful, wonderful photographer. She'd made contact with me and said, basically, you know, you're half daft and would you like to take part in this lockdown lives? And I said, well, you're absolutely right. I am half daft. And if we can't laugh, what else can we do? So exactly. What could you wear? What have you got that you've got at home that you could wear? And I was like, well, I've got this, or I've got this. And I said, tiger onesie. And she went, yeah. So skip to me doing a photo shoot, climbing a tree in my tiger onesie in my local park. And it was too high, actually, for me to get up. We're walking past all these trees. And I was like, I think that's too high. I think that's too high. Then we saw this one tree and I said, oh, I think I can get up that. I think I can get up that. So I went up, I got up and I just couldn't get up the foot. There was a foot. And I said, I don't think I can do it. Now, I've not had any physical contact since the 13th of March. It was an elbow bump with a colleague. That's what it was. So Elaine said, right, I'm going to put both my hands on your buttocks and I'm going to give you a shove. I'm going to give you a shove up the tree. And she said, as soon as you take that tiger onesie off, it's got to go in the wash. And I said, fine, that's great. So she shoved me up and I was like, oh, that was quite nice. Thanks very much. And did the photo shoot. And then I thought, how do I get down? Don't know how to get down. So I just I felt a bit scared. So I put my hands around a branch like a monkey and then my legs around a branch like a monkey. And Elaine was like, that's a shot. That's a shot, Sarah, that's a shot. So I'm like hanging there like that, trying to give a smiley face for the photo shoot, hanging off a tree in a tiger onesie. I went, I don't know how this has happened.
It's bloody amazing. But that's what I love. I mean, a lot of people, you'll know as well, a lot of people in the industry they're not like us in the sense where they're just, right, we're acceptance people. We're the people that go, right, this is what's happening. What can we make the best situation out of it? We do have a lot of people, and it's not their fault, that are really struggling just now. And I don't think they realise behind those screens and us doing our madness, that's our outlet to help use. But at the same time, we are sitting there going, right, so when we get into stage, when we're going to theatre, you know, what's going to happen? You know, I'd just done my first feature film at the beginning of the year. I thought that was me starting to go on, and then just boom. But hey, it's beautiful things you love. But anybody's got any questions for say that you would like to ask, just put them in and Kane will put them up for us and Sarah will do her best to answer them. All right. And thanks for tuning in. Hi, Chloe. How you doing, Peter? What's happening all the way Canada and everything? That's where we're going, Sarah. That's why we've got this posh Glasgow accent on.
That is incredible, Dee. I hope people can understand us.
Very much so, darling. I think so. If we keep speaking like this, we might be okay, but the Scottish people might tune out.
Yes.
So you're going to have to run up my humph and keep up with the subtitles. So do you know what I mean? Everything's kind of doing the thing. So you're working on anything at the moment? Are you doing anything just to stimulate your mind and keep going with what you're doing?
Yes, I think that, you know, I've got a lot of friends, creative friends at the moment who are, you know, really struggling because it's such a scary time for everybody. And like you say, the backside has fallen out of our industry at the moment, and it's taken a long time for it to recover back. And it's going to look very different when it does come back, I think. But anyway, what I was thinking, you know, what are the things that I can do in this time? Because live performance is off the agenda for the foreseeable, I would say. So what I am doing is I'm making online videos and stuff like that. I'm also writing a radio show for What's Her Face. I'm one of the writers. There's 5 of us. So it's like a soap that's going to be on every week. So yes, I'm going to be directing that. So that's great as well. So I'm doing that. And writing is something that in my life I really love doing. I often work with other writers on their work. I do a thing called dramaturgy, Dee. Dramaturgy. It's the biggest unknown. Yeah, it's a big unknown in our industry. People say I'm a dramaturg and people go, all right, congratulations, do you feel all right? Is that giving you a bit of bother? But basically a dramaturg is like, it brings logic to a script. So a writer will a script, or I'll help to create a script with a writer. So that kind of work is still very much doable online. Yes. So yeah, writing is taking up quite a lot of my time at the moment, and helping other people to find their creative selves, because it can get really hidden in this sort of time. You forget what you're at, and actually you're a bit too scared to do it, because what's the point? You know, that downward spiral can happen so easily.
But yeah, I think to add to that as well, I just think, and I don't mean that there's loads of passionate artists out there. We're all passionate. What's the first thing you do when you're out of lockdown? Love you. What's the first thing you're going to do then? You can go back to.
Oh, what's the first thing I'm going to do? Well, in my dreams, Kate's actually a friend of mine from school. We've known each other since we were 11. Hello, Kate, my mate. What's the first thing I'm going to do? In my dreams, we would all have the antibodies test, and we would all be safe. And in my dream, get in the car and drive over to my mum and dad and give them both a big hug, because that's what I'm.
You're making me cry. But yeah, that's that, because we are simplistic. We're people that don't. The extravagancies are things that we buy into the now just to see us through. But I said the other day there, like all my friends that normally don't buy me gifts, all bought me gifts on my birthday. And I swear I was down on the floor crying my heart out. But it wasn't because of the gifts. The gifts were beautiful. But what I would have given to swap those gifts just for a night with my friends. If somebody had said I was going to be conditional of me seeing my friends and family, I would have went, don't talk rubbish. But it's a time when you see the thing before. So, Sarah, in pantomime with my family in Paisley at Exmouth, she was amazing. Such a great Ned.
Thank you. Thank you, Tracy.
My Robert said he loves you. There you go. Her Robert says she loves you. So Robert loves you, hen.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Big Bob. Thanks very much.
Big hugs for Ms. 3. Stay strong. See, if you keep putting these messages in, you're going to make both of us cry. Lose our professionalism, and then we'll just have to go off air and go down at probably Sarah will go and hug a tree, and I'll probably put a baseball cap in and talk about DRUGSs for a very long time. Sarah, what's your favourite song to sing and dance around your flat in your empowerment pants? Love, Ursula and Rose.
Ursula's also a friend, my longest standing best buddy. Ursula, I've known her since I was 9 years old.
Oh, fab.
And Rose is my goddaughter, my beautiful goddaughter. Right, what would I dance to? I dance to so many things at the moment on my own, like a Looney Tune in my flat. Don't always wear the empowerment pants, sometimes in my onesie. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna get all that sort of stuff. But you know, I dance to lots of things, any feel-good things. That's what I put on actually on Spotify. When I'm going for a walk, I actually type in happy walking music. And the other day, YMCA was blaring out because it helps me. I've become a comedy speed walker. You know, you see those people and they've got a wee wiggle. I've become that person. I used to drive past them and go, stay at them. And now it's me. Like that. And it's like, and it's good because it's like, young man, there's no need to feel down or sad. Like, walking down the road like this and nobody knows, but then the chorus comes in and I'm at Hugginfield Loch going, YMCA. Why? You can see people like that. Do I care?
Oh, I'll let you into a secret. Do you know what I did last night? And I'm obviously telling the whole world, and I'm not ashamed of it, right? I'm very spiritual, and this wasn't spiritually orientated. I'm just explaining my madness, I think, right? I just got up last night and I was thinking about all these things because all these opportunities coming up, blah, blah. And obviously dreamt about Nicola kicking my head in. Nicola Sturgeon battled me in my dream last night for making that joke about the 3-week lockdown. So I got up and I actually stood in my living room. My blinds and everything were shut and I was absolutely naked. And I danced to Broken and Beautiful and Kelly, is it Kelly Clarkson, I think, from Ugly Dolls. And I was just up and then I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, you are one step away from handcuffs and a straitjacket. You really need to stop. It made me feel great because it's thinking, that's what I thought. I was thinking, can you read that? You any good at this language?
I wouldn't even begin to pronounce that because I would do a total disservice to Braun.
I saw that.
Name wrong.
Yeah, I definitely would. He's got, is that, what do you call that film? Deadpool or Spider-Man?
Yeah.
See, look, Spider-Man, my muscles now is just making me want to feel like I want to dance and naked again to get out the frustration of life being a woman. I mean, you're totally enjoying. I've got a comedy friend, Kerry Snelms, who has no aspirations to do anything physical with man and doesn't understand it, and I don't understand her. But I know that me and you have those aspirations. However, I am not coping with it. I have already said that the first thing that Santa will be seeing is something that we talk about in regular and sketches that I won't mention. And I'm not social distant to Santa when he sees that. I've worked very hard to see that myself, and I want to share it.
Right. Good for you, doll. Good for you.
Sarah, your stories make lockdown worthwhile from fellow Barnet Buster.
Oh, thank you, Dee. She's also called Dee.
Fantastic.
I did a walk, a sponsored walk in 2005 when I lived in London, and it was called Breakthrough for Breast Cancer. And
amazing.
I met all these people who lived in North London from all different walks of life who I'd never have met before. I just saw an advert on the telly and I thought I should do that. Because one of my mum's friends at the time had breast cancer, and my mum has also is a survivor of breast cancer also. So I just thought I want to do something. I'd never walked a distance in my life, but I met all these absolutely wonderful people, and we used to train together twice a week, and we did this 40-kilometre walk, and we all raised loads of money. So that was in 2005, 15 years ago. Dee, thanks for remembering.
How did you both get into comedy? Well, Sarah, you're the guest, so you can go with that one first.
All right, that's a great question. Thank you, Lewis. How did I get into comedy? I've always enjoyed comedy. I like drama, but I've always enjoyed comedy. And like, you know, growing up, my mum's a real storyteller, and I feel like, because they always say, where do you all get it from? Where do you get it from? And I think I know exactly where we get it from. And she's a real storyteller. And so I think sometimes I went through a funny wee process of when I was doing musical theatre and stuff like that. Very often it would be the character roles that I would get. You'd go for the really pretty, beautiful, I want to be the leading lady person. And I would get so far and then not get it. And I'd be like, what the hell? Well, I don't know why that is. But I remember one of my tutors saying to me, you're a character actress. And at the time, I was offended because she thought I was ugly. But then I realised what she meant was I wasn't afraid of being ugly. I wasn't afraid of embodying daftness. So I guess it sort of started from there, because I thought, yeah, I don't really care. I don't have those boundaries of having to be or appear to be beautiful. It's a pressure that's on women in our industry all the time. It doesn't mean that I can't do those roles. I can, but actually I can also do the daft stuff. So what I think was some of the comedic roles I was being given as an actor, I thought, I wonder what it'd be like if I just was myself doing that. And so I didn't try. I became a member of What's Her Face comedy troupe. That's for a group for women. And we write, direct, produce, put on all our own shows and stuff like that. And that's my sister-in-law, Maureen, who started that. And I help her a lot with that now. It's been going for about 4 years, and we were doing sketches, writing sketches, directing sketches, live shows. And I loved it. And we were doing, I don't know how you found this, Dee, but we were doing quite a lot of kind of charity or corporate events and that kind of thing. And there would often be a stand-up who would be, you know, in a guest slot. And I often found it was men. And I remember watching these great, talented people going, but I wonder, where are the birds? Where are the women? And then I thought, I would really like to try this myself and see how I get on. And I'm not going to lie, when I did my first stand-up gig, my legs were shaking, like actually vibrating, and my jeans could feel it happening. And I was like, oh, I don't know how to control that. But so that's how I got into it. It was a kind of gradual progression through drama, I suppose. Yeah.
What happened was I did a array of jobs for years and years. And I'd done drama as a child. There's a place called the Valley Arts Centre. And my teacher was Susan Maxwell, which a lot of people will think that I used my stage name Maxwell, but it was affiliated with that woman who first discovered drama. And then being older, I met my friend, Leon Graham, who's now Leon Hayes. And I was actually going to college to do my HNC in counselling, because I'd been through my own journey and I was going to do counselling for survivors of sexual abuse and drug addiction. And I met up with her in Carmen. I'm not sure if you know Carmen. Carmen plays Kelly Marie in River City.
Yeah, Carmen Percherini, I do. Beautiful Carmen, yeah.
Carmen went to the same drama club as me when we were younger, her and her brother. So just by fate, it was a Parent Network Scotland event, and Leon and I spoke to them, and they're like, why are you not going and doing your degree in drama? And this was at 36, and although I was always good at it, I came from a working class family, and there's still family members that will go, oh my God, she thinks she's famous, she's ridiculous, because they just came from the school of that sort of stuff didn't happen for us. And it was acting that was my passion. I got a lot of lead roles in my degree at West College, Scotland. And I did all that. And then I was at college, and it was the pressure in my graded unit, Graded unit was coming up, the pressure of getting it all and writing it. And I was coming home from college, and there was a backlog of CALs. And this guy was just getting dead angry with me, but there was nowhere I could go. And I'm like, what? And I just went online and did this mad rant. And then I went, okay. And then my friend said, go and try a comedy club. And acting's my passion. Comedy's easy for me. I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's easy for me. It's flawless. I can go on and I don't need to write much. I can just do it. But I see it as a stress release. But yeah, I fell into comedy. It wasn't something I thought I would be. I didn't think for a second I would be this big. I didn't think the content that I said when I ranted that people would actually love it, but they do. But yeah, it was an absolute accident, and it's all acting. It's all a big persona, It's really difficult when I walk into Braehead with my children and somebody's shouting in the tone that I use that, and some sexual content that I've referenced to, and I'm thinking, my child's 7, and honestly, he's not at social work for this as an act. So finding the difference, yeah, I love it. And as you said with the female, I will back anybody that's talented, anybody that's got drive, anybody that just wants a lift up, I mean? I don't do the whole clique. I don't do the whole, I'm a lone wolf. One of my acting friends, Scott Peden, said, lone wolf is the way forward. And I'm a lone wolf, but I've got loads of associations. But I love what I do. And whether I'm making 50 pence to £3,000, it doesn't matter. And corporate gigs were, they were bread and butter. They were good, Sarah, and it's going to be a long time before we get them back. But the passion never dies in people like us, and that's what's good. We have it anyway. Whether we're singing out there for 5 pence or doing it for free, we'll do it anyway. And that brings me to your song, your single song, to We've Got to Have Faith. That was amazing. I don't know how many times it was actually my friend Chris McDowell. He knows you as well from years ago. Yeah. Chris is my best friend. He drives me to all my gigs. So he's amazing, right? So he was saying, have you seen, you can't have Sarah on if you've not went and seen her song. You need to So I went and looked for it yesterday, and I was like, that is absolute class. You could tell me just came up with it in 5 minutes, like, yes, here we go.
Well, yeah, actually, that's kind of what happened. I mean, I do rewrites, comedy rewrites quite a lot for songs for shows and things like that. And I just thought, I was going through a wee phase where I thought, I wonder if I will ever touch another human again. I wonder if I'll ever feel skin again. Yeah. This moment of I wonder if that'll happen. And then I also thought, I'm actually looking at my postman in a way I've not looked at him before. Never noticed before. All of a sudden, he's become Brad Pitt in my brain. The delivery, the Amazon man the other day, I was like that. He is the most handsome man I've ever seen in my entire life. The Asda delivery man, when I got a food shop, I was like, I think I'm in love with him. So I started to realise that maybe because contact is so limited and we're not even seeing other humans, that I was fantasising about marrying these complete strangers who I don't even know, haven't even heard them speak very much, Dee. And speak is an important thing in a relationship, know what I mean? But anyway, so that's why I thought, yes, I'm just going to make this daft song. And I just put on my onesie and went for it.
I've actually put the song on the page, guys. So if you look down, it is in one of the, just under some of the notifications for the shows coming up, because it is a wee feel-good song and it'll make you feel happy, especially if you're single, because I actually have been dreaming, because I've got quite a vivid imagination. Being in this industry, you have to have a vivid imagination. But so I've actually had this dream of Pfizer and Pfizer's right round us and stuff like that. Obviously, deep in my anxiety, these things are buried and they're coming out and manifesting in dreams. And I'm thinking, will I touch somebody again? And my mum's like, you need need to stop drinking so much iron brew.
I mean, I wonder if we'll actually pounce on people when we are able to do that again. And I don't even just mean in a relationship type way. I just mean like we'll probably be hugging each other so hard. You know what I mean?
They'll make a big tannoid announcement and they'll say cuddles are allowed, and everybody will just be running about. My God.
No? You imagine?
You've not been washed in 6 weeks. Come here, you.
Form an orderly queue if you would like some love. Form an orderly queue.
And then before we know it, we'll be online trying to sell our hugs because we've got nothing else for work.
Actually putting it out there, you know how like in the dating game we're always told play hard to get. We'll be like that. Come here, anyone. I don't even care who you are. Don't care what you look like. Don't care where you're from. Don't care if I know you're not. Come here to me.
I actually want to get the person that keeps making my fake Tinder profiles because people actually message them, but when I make a real one, no one messages me.
They're probably looking at it going, that's one of those fake Tinder profiles. She's got loads of them.
And then they're doing the fake ones. And they always make me bisexual. And not that that's a problem. You know what I mean? But I'm not bisexual and it's false advertising. I would be really upset if I was a lesbian and I fancied Dee and then I thought I had a chance and then somebody put it out that she's bisexual and then they've crumbled their world and they're never going to get a date. I really don't think that's fair.
Well... Got to be in it to win it, Dee. Got to be in it to win it.
I know. But anyway, so what I was going to say as well is I would like to say that What's Your Face and all that is on Facebook platforms as well. And I know Maureen as well, because Maureen came to one of my gigs when I was a wee bit less polished than I am now. But, you know, it was one of my first big gigs and I was just like, oh, the first one I did as well, my friend Neil Weeper, do you know Neil?
I know Neil very well, yeah.
So he brought along Barbara Rafferty. I'm like, great, no pressure here. Someone from my childhood that I watched endlessly. And you're thinking, oh, this is Barbara, my mate. And I'm just like collapsing about the floor, you know what I mean? And I watched obviously Maureen as well. I'm a big, massive River City fan. They're probably thinking that I'm stalking River City and getting all these ex-River City people on. But the best of it is all the people I've had on, like Adam, I'm having Cameron Fulton next week. They're all friends that I've met outside of River City. It's never been, I met you through different means. I met Neil through everybody, even down to Chris McDowell. I've met all these people through other projects and wonderful things that they do. And it's just, River City is amazing. But I like to say, look, they do more. There's loads of things. You know what I mean? So doing that sort of thing. So what's your plan for the 3 weeks ahead, darling? What are you going to do?
My plan is I've started a massive clear out of my flat, Dee. And if you could see my living room floor right now, I mean, I'm very glad you can't because frankly, I look like I've been burgled. I mean, if I had been burgled, I probably would have kidnapped the burglar, but a wee bit of company. My plan for the next 3 weeks is to get a wee bit of order in my life because there will be a normality that returns. It'll be different to the norm we had before. It will return. And what I've been saying for the past 10 years since I've lived in this flat is if I only had a week to sort this out, and it took me 5 weeks to try, and I found that from childhood onwards, honestly. So for the next 3 weeks, I've got piles of paperwork on my floor. I've got photo albums, I've got folders, I've got projects I've started writing that I haven't finished. So for me, what I would my aim would be for the next 3 weeks to have some kind of order, in my flat before normality resumes, because before I know where I am, I'm going to be like, even if I did meet the man of my dreams, there is no way I could invite a human into this space right now. I've got a ukulele over there. I can half play. I've got a guitar over there that I found that an ex-boyfriend gave to me when I was 22. I'm going to get that out of its packaging. You know, I've got a tripod over there for any self-tapes that I'm doing. So you clear an area. You clear an area to make it look like you are a normal functioning human being. But the reality is it's mental. Everybody's house is mental right now.
Yes. Well, my anxiety went through the roof because my sister, lovely as she is, my wonderful, supportive big sister, Michelle, was on alternative news sites and bombarded me. I'd phoned for a bit of anxiety support and she'd be like, don't worry about it. It's no call. It's 5G. It's this. China's coming to get you. Donald Trump's an alien. So I was like, right, okay. So I just got a skip and I just cleared my whole house. I've stayed here 7 years, right? And I've always been I was brought up in a very materialistic house. My mum worked herself into the ground, and my stepdad had worked himself, and it was just like Italian carpets and perfect wallpaper, but it was pretty shit because they weren't there. You know, so it was, I always modelled myself on, you know, I'm always one step away from moving again, so there's no point in decorating, unboxing things. I actually just officially, after 7 years, moved into my house and started decorating it. It's been fabulous.
Well done. Brilliant. That's great. That's like a whole new housewarming party for yourself.
Exactly. And then the thing is as well, my wallpapering skills weren't up to scratch. So when I did my wee girl's room, I really did well because it's a really easy wallpaper. So I decided to not go out my box and do the same wallpaper for my wee boy's room, and I'll do the same for mine, but it's fine, it'll be fresh.
Exactly. My wee cubbyhole, that's not a euphemism, my wee cubbyhole has been repainted. I emptied it all out, took me a couple of days, and I thought, if I don't paint this now, it's not getting done. So there was me up a ladder, 2 o'clock in the morning, doing the ceiling, doing the walls. I was like, I'm delighted with myself. Stayed up through the night painting the cubbyhole.
Painting the cubbyhole.
Painting the cubbyhole. It's painted, it's beautiful. It's started to get reordered. Yeah, my cubbyhole is beautiful.
Is it a flat or is it a flat or a house you stay in?
I stay in a tenement block, so there's 6 flats in my block, and I'm the top floor, and it's a flat. Too much.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, so that's everybody keeps shouting at me because I do have. Dee, Sarah, I hope you'll be celebrating VE Day today. Always.
Well, can I tell you, actually, Dee, I'm just going to find a thing on here. I don't know if this is going to show up when I show you.
Yeah.
My mum shared a picture today on our family WhatsApp. We have a family WhatsApp. And my granddad died when my mum was 7 years old. And he fought in the Battle of the Somme, and he drove ambulances for the Second World War. And my beautiful mum, who is my life, she put this picture on our family WhatsApp. Can you see this?
Yes, you can. It's like you can see it a wee bit.
Hang
Bring
on.
it back a wee bit. That's it. And just put your hand over your top of your phone, and it should be able to show up a wee bit. Yes, I can see it. Not clearly, but I can see it. Yeah.
God,
I now see your lights.
Now you can see my pants. This is maybe not such a great thing. What it is?
It's not really showing up. But explain the picture to us for the people that can't see it. I did see it momentarily, but now I'm just seeing your computer screen and stuff. Yes, can see it now.
So that is a picture of my granddad there in a brown frame, and that is also a memorial figurine of my granddad that my mum, who is now 81, has put in her window where they live in honour of his memory and for all the veterans from that time.
Oh, so that is an amazing story. My papa from my mum, my dad's side was in I think obviously Second World War. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. You know, I used to. That's what I would think as well. There's no better stories than your mums and your dads and your. I used to sit for hours. I had this uncle that used to tell ghost stories. He was so eccentric, you know, and he was amazing. And he had like stuffed bears in his house, and he used to tell us all these wild and wonderful stories, and you could sit for hours and hours. That's what we're doing tonight. Me and the kids are building a fort in the living room, putting a quilt down, because I've been doing all this online stuff. Now the online stuff's not making it loads of money or anything, but it's keeping me grounded, you know. So, but then I'm losing myself and forgetting about them. So we're going to build a fort tonight. We're going to eat the marshmallows, chocolate dip, and we're going to watch films, and we're going to tell old style ghost stories. You know, who's got my finger? You've got it. All those ones.
I might do that tonight, but I might do that myself.
Could you film that? That would be interesting.
Ghost stories told by me, for me, starring me, talking to me.
Amazing. So what would you say with your plan forward? Have you got any epiphanies? I have. They're talking about all this cliche stuff that are making these wonderful, but I really have. I've been back meditating down waterfalls because I've got a lot of countryside round about me that's hidden away, and really grounding myself and really connecting with why I started. I was getting caught up in the rat race. How many followers? How far are you going? What big are you doing? How are you going? And I've really grounded myself and realised I'm going to do what I enjoy again, and chat to people and not do what's expected and give a bit out. Do you know what I mean? So what would you say that you've recognised or seen at this time of lockdown?
What I have realised that's very important for me is to be grounded, actually. And I think that when this first happened, what I felt in my heart was a lot of fear. A lot of fear about losing other people rather than about for me. And I just had to go, okay, stop. You need to have a bit of perspective here. Because I think if you allow fear to rule you, it is really unhealthy for your mind and for your soul and all those things. So what I try and do, without sounding like a new age hipster, what I try and do every day is to meditate. So I take some time out every day to meditate, to get a bit of perspective. And what I also try and do is to feel gratitude every day. So even though things are really out with their norm right now, I stop and I think, okay, what am I grateful for in my life?
Yeah.
And this is like endless, you know. I'm like my parents, my family, my friends, the fact I've got a roof over my head, the fact I'm allowed to go out for a walk, the fact I can pick up the ukulele and not play it very well, but I can sing my heart out if I want. You know, the fact that the sun might be shining, the fact that somebody phoned me today because they were thinking about me, or sent me a message because they were thinking about me. So I think that gratitude and like small acts of kindness right now mean the world. Not just to me, but to everybody. I think it's important for us all to remember that without sounding too preachy. I think that even just letting someone know you're thinking about them can change someone's day. And we forget that sometimes. So,
Yeah, I totally agree. I do think it's the smaller things. I've been on video links. I mean, when I was doing all my comedy stuff at the height of things there, I was possibly 4 and 5 gigs a week, you know, hammering it on the stage, because I started off online. So I really needed that circuit experience and I had to do it independently. And I was hammering gigs, and it was 4 and 5 a week. And my friends, I'd maybe pop in at a random friend every 6 months. They would expect a message, one of them, and I would go, "What are you up to?" Because I'd found a small window in my diary that I could run through, speed through everything. They would support me. I'd hardly hear how their life was because they were so busy making me important, because of course I was Dee Maxwell, so stressed, and nobody outside that world mattered. And then when I reflected, I went, I've not listened to my friends in almost 2.5 years. I've just spoke to them, but I've not listened to them. And that was a big thing. And I think that's the reckoning, that I will never lose sight of that again. Of course, I want to be at the top of my game. That doesn't mean celebrity status. That's just a bonus. And I love the fans and I love all that. But at the top of my game, I want to use my techniques. I trained for what I'm doing. So I want to keep going, but I want to keep sight of why I'm doing it, and not say it's about my family, but not see my kids, Harley, which I was doing. You know, and my wee boy's only 8, you know, and he said, "Mum, it's been really nice to see you a lot." And I thought that shows your heart, and don't say you're doing it for them if they're feeling that separation from you. So I think a lot of that sort of thing. So we're going to round up the show. Was there anything you would like to say, Sarah, before we let you go, my lovely sweetheart?
What would I like to say? I would just like to say thank you for having me, Dee, and let's carry on making each other laugh and making everyone else laugh if we can, because laughter is really important in these times. And the only other thing I would say is that I wish everybody that's tuning in and everybody who's not tuning in just the very best, and just to stick in there, because we will get through this. This time will pass. However you're feeling, it will pass. So try and support each other through it. Support me. Get in touch with me. I'll support you. You can support me.
Right, listen, I'm going to let Sarah go, guys, and I'll just do my wee roundup that I always do. It's been an absolute pleasure. You've been amazing, Sarah. So she's away now. I just went to say cheerio, but I wasn't quick enough there, so that was my fault, my technical error. I would just like to say, I always promote everybody. I feel success should be branded in the people that you know it's good. Don't fear people and think that, oh my God, I can't broadcast their success because it might take anything away. If anything, will elevate that. So on that note, What's Your Face are obviously behind the scenes doing this online soap, and I have this online platform. So as soon as they've got that up and going and sorted, I will share that for the guys, because they've been amazing. But this has been Friday Feeling. And what do we say about Friday Feeling? It sets us up for another weekend. Yes, we're in unprecedented times. We are in a difficult position. Yes, Nicholas kicked our arse yesterday and told us to stay in. However, we've got more time with the family. So stay safe, and I'll see you on Sunday with the Late Late Show with Ronnie Park at 10 p.m. Thank you. Bye.